Akshay.
How are you?
I'm good and welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Right, so yes, the last time, the earlier part of this discussion, we did speak about various things about Crest, the strength of the brand, its origins, and things like that. I would like to actually, while we've spoken about the brand, I would like to actually talk a little bit about your journey and what got you started in with this great company and got in and getting into this business. So tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. Yeah. So I started as an intern at Peavey in 2004. And it was a great opportunity because I got a position directly reporting to Cortland Gray, who was at the time the executive vice president. And now he's actually the CEO of the company. So to have that opportunity at that young age in college to work with somebody so senior in the company was, the reason that I took that chance. And it's been one of the best decisions I've made. Cortland's still my boss today and leads the company on every front, still based out of Meridian, Mississippi.
Are there any specific technologies or areas where you see Crest and Peavey as having a clear advantage and would be appropriate, especially for markets like India?
Yes, absolutely. So I think that Crest has always been extremely respected for its reliability at a high performance level, its DSP infrastructure, as well as the warmth of its preamplifiers and the ability to reproduce, even at high power levels, the original warmth of the analog source that it is powering up. So I think those are definitely technological facets that I think we're one of the best in the world at reproducing sound to that quality level. And I think anybody in India that values high quality sound, high fidelity sound, whether it's for their F&B venue or their concert, is going to value that in Crest. With Peavey, I would say that the innovations are so numerous, but they're also about convenience. So a lot of the methodology in designing Peavey products is about how does the end user have a more convenient experience using our products compared to somebody else's. So whether that's plug and play features or using our products with the convenience of a HTML5 tablet control system, or even in some cases where you can sync up to 4 devices off the same stream using the Peavey product line. So it's more about convenience and still a high performance level, but how do we make this as adaptable, plug and play, and deployable in the quickest and easiest way for the end customer to have a seamless experience.
And Peavey products are actually slightly more affordable than Crest, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there's definitely a segmentation.
Right.
I think that you have some crossover where some of the Peavey product line, like the CS amplifiers or maybe the IPR amplifiers, are of a very high caliber and encroach into the more high-end pricing range of the market. But generally, the Peavey pricing range is more in the middle class, upper middle class, affordability scale.
Right.
Whereas the Crest products, there's far better componentry, a little bit more R&D, and then the kind of applications that it caters to are also of a higher budget or a higher price point. So, the Toyota Lexus analogy is quite often used to describe the Peavey Crest kind of differentiation. And just like you might have a couple of Toyota models like the Land Cruiser that is quite expensive and stand out, Peavey's got like the SP or the IPR that's quite expensive and stands out. But as a whole, the baseline of Crest is more premium than the baseline of Peavey.
Okay, that's awesome. And we do hope that Peavey and Crest will become as popular as Toyota and Lexus are in this market.
Yeah, absolutely. So Manu, I've answered a lot of your questions, and it's time to put you a little bit in the firing around and
Sure. Yeah.
ask you some.
Yeah.
So tell me, how did you get started with ProFX?
Okay, so that's interesting. So have always been a gadget guy. I think the becoming an audio person happened much later in life, but I love technology, I love products. I think my parents were always concerned when I was a kid that I would break things in my attempt to figure out what was inside them. I was fortunate to work in a consumer electronics company like PPL. Consumer electronics has gone through a transition. It's become a little commoditized, and I always thought that there was always scope to actually sell audio video products to a more discerning customer at a premium level. So that's basically what was the inspiration. The name ProFX, well, it sounds like, okay, we are in a professional audio company. But interestingly enough, when we started the company, we actually interviewed people on the streets and said, what would you look for in a high-end system? So people didn't really understand what that meant. So some people's definition of high-end was professional, some people's definition was effects, and we said, why not use that as inspiration for the name ProFX? So I'm glad that we've actually done a complete 360 on our journey, and finally actually have the professional products to fulfill that, the ProFX, the pro part of the complete name. Yep. The effects, of course, we do have a lot of home theater, hi-fi and stuff like that. So that's the journey, and it's been 25 years.
Wow. So are you excited now to get, fully into the pro market?
Oh, absolutely. So one thing is, we are hungry for growth. We already dominate the home audio market, whether it's home theater, hi-fi. Hi-fi is still small, but home theater, yes, we have a significant share. Yes, a lot of room to grow, but we do have a significant share. We do realize that in order to broaden the horizon for us, we have to also expand the business areas. And since we've always been into projects and project implementation where we've used a lot of pro audio products, now this gives us an opportunity to not only distribute and promote great brands like Peavey and Crest, which I'm sure would eventually become an equally large segment to the home audio business that we're doing. So
absolutely,
that's the journey that we want to embark on, and I'm sure we will succeed.
Are you much of a nightlife guy or a concert guy yourself?
So looks maybe a little deceiving. I would seem as not the type of person who would want to be a nightlife guy, but I am. Okay. Concerts, yeah, to some extent, I'm a little fussy about the music I'm listening to.
Yep.
But otherwise, yeah, I like to stay up late.
Because I have noticed in the last 3-4 years, there's been quite a uptick on the number of concerts and events that are happening in India, and a lot more international stars are adding India to their calendar as they tour Asia. So it's an exciting time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think with the way the world is changing, experiences will matter more and more. Yep. And so luckily we are in the business that sells products vital to the experience. You can't really have a good time without good sound. So you're absolutely right. More and more musicians are realizing the importance of performing in India. Concerts get sold out. Huge. Crowds are actually unbelievable. Who would have thought that Linkin Park would come to India in their current form and still have 50,000 people in the audience? But that was what happened a couple of months ago in Bangalore. So
incredible.
That's how it's changing.
Indeed. Do you see in the home audio sector, do you see some of those brands adopting AI technologies in their products?
I do. So I think in some small form, AI has always been there in some of these products. Like, for example, room calibration, right? Earlier days, we would set up a home theater, the AV receiver, we needed to input everything from distance from the seats to each speaker and various kind of tuning setups and things like that. Now it's place a microphone, set it on auto calibrate, leave the room, wait for some time. Obviously, was using or is using some basic form of AI to be able to set that system up. I think that's going to get better and better, where you'll have, maybe AI to tune audio setups to match the type of movie you're watching or the genre of music you're listening to. Setups need to be a little different. A serious movie doesn't need that much of bass or things like that if it's dialogue heavy.
Yep.
Whereas versus an action movie where you want to actually maybe create a little more excitement.
Indeed.
So these things are going to happen, and pretty sure of it. I'm sure it's going to be this similar kind of thing even in pro audio setups, right?
For sure.
They get smarter and smarter, and mixers don't have to have as many knobs on them as they did at one time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Are you seeing something like that similar happening in AI in pro audio spaces?
Yeah, definitely. And you're right, mixing consoles is the first area, just because, if you're doing a FOH mixer that's managing, 60 channels, 80 channels in, equal number of channels out, at a live event or a conference or whatever, you need all the help you can get, and that can help ensure the faders are in sync with what's happening.
Sure.
And et cetera, et cetera. So definitely see it coming there. Also, maybe see it being adopted more in distributed DSP solutions in the future. So our media matrix line, where you do a stadium or an airport or a convention center or a theme park, and there's just at any given time 100,000, 200,000 people at that venue doing different things. The management of sound and video for all the different zones, that might become more and more AI dependent in the future, I think.
Great. Anyway, the good thing for us is if AI starts handling the mundane stuff, people probably would have more time for entertainment.
You said
right?
it. Exactly.
More time out at either watching movies at home or in restaurants and bars and live shows. So that could be the upside for us.
Absolutely. Hopefully some more time, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
How do you see the home audio and the pro audio market in India developing over the next 5 to 10 years?
So interestingly enough, India's consumption of, I think I'm still quite new to the pro audio space in terms of really market intelligence. So I would, if I were to talk about the home market, strangely, India's market size is just 1% of the global market currently. And given the size of our population and rising affluence, I think that should change dramatically. If that 1% goes to 3-4%, it would mean massive numbers. And it's bound to happen. I think consumption is there, people have larger homes, the awareness is growing, and younger generations would like to spend money, unlike earlier generations who kept money in the bank. I think the similar impact would also happen in the pro audio space. It's probably different because commercial audio, yes, we have big country, every retail outlet has some kind of speaker, wedding halls, movie theaters, all of that. But I think there'll be a lot more or a better quality music of equipment being deployed for these systems. Until now, there have been some unheard of brands or unbranded products or some local brands which have been dominating that space. That's going to change. I think there is a great scope for global brands, high quality products, which are sound better, more reliable. And so that's the opportunity I see.
Excellent. Looking forward to being on that journey with you.
Yeah, we too. So it was absolutely super having you here, Akshay, with your team. We look forward to many more visits. We need your inputs and guidance, and I'm sure together we'll be able to scale this to great heights. So here's to a wonderful cooperation and partnership together.
Likewise, Manu. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can be assured there'll be a visit very soon.
Super. Looking forward to that.
Cheers.